Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Detutu. If you're new here, you're welcome. My name is Detutu, and on my channel I share information about the lifestyle and experiences of international students in Europe. So please consider subscribing and put on the notification bell so that every single time I post a new video, you'd be the first to know. So today I'm asking the question, is it actually worth it to study in Germany during a pandemic? Disclaimer, I am not going to make this decision for you. You still have to make that decision yourself, but I am going to be providing you with facts and also information based on my personal experience and also the experience of people around me and the things that I have also seen. But firstly, let's talk about the cost of studying in Germany. Germany is a tuition-free country. Anybody can come to Germany and you will be paying the same fees as a national or an European, for example. And compared to other countries, for example like United States, where international students pay higher than nationals of these said countries, Germany does not have that distinction between international students and national students or European students. So each student, irrespective of your nationality, pays between 200 to 400 euros per semester. So you pay that only twice a year because there are only 2 semesters in 1 year, and that gives us between 400 to like 800 euros to study for 1 year. Before the pandemic, most classes were in person, but right now classes have transitioned. You have professors who have provided on-demand videos that you can watch at any time that you like. Some also provide audio recordings showing their slides. Some are actually live videos where you can interact with the professors. It's the same in most countries now. Everything is practically online. If you're asking yourself, should I be paying the same semester fees as when there was no pandemic, as when we had in-person classes, and now that we have a pandemic, since everything is online? My dear, look at it from this perspective. Before the pandemic started, if you were to apply for a diploma, for example, a master's program that is completely online, you pay the full fees, don't you? Most master's programs in Germany last for 2 years. So for your whole program to study, you're paying around 800 to 1,006 to study. From my personal experience, I'm just going to give you a brief overview of how it is like to study during a pandemic. To be honest, I'm not going to say it's easy. It's not, because you have to be extremely self-motivated. Emphasis on extremely. You need to plan your time well, because you realize that you are doing everything, you're carrying out your daily activities in the same space, which sometimes is not always good, because then you lose track of time in doing one activity that may not be as important as something else that is more important than what you were doing before. And that would include you planning your time, planning your schedule, attending your classes on time, doing your assignments on time, and all that good stuff, right? However, you also have to put into consideration that most universities are currently closed. For example, in Germany now, the lockdown has been extended to mid-February, and there is no guarantee that it's going to be the end of the lockdown, because nobody actually knows when this pandemic is going to end. If there was an ease between November, December, and I was able to use the library for a couple of weeks, but then again it was closed down, and yeah, no access to the library. You can, however, borrow books at the library, but then again it's a little stressful, to be honest, because some people like me prefer to study in the library, okay? And it's a struggle. You're doing everything in your room. This current pandemic has facilitated an increase in educational support from the university and the international office and your professors as well. All you have to do is just send an email. The professors, the school, they are very much aware of how difficult it is to study during a pandemic, and if you want an extension, you can always ask and see if it's possible to have an extension, maybe on your paper or anything that you need to do, or maybe on your assignments. They are willing to lend an ear to you. Just communicate with them. If you're having issues, if you need explanations, if you need clarifications, let them know and they would help you. Another thing that is also happening during this time is that assessments are online, exams are online. Some courses have shifted to writing of seminar papers now. Some have shifted to online exams. Some are open book exams. I dread open book exams. Some of them are open book exams. Some are actually some of them have also changed to multiple choice exams. So it's practically online, right? If the pandemic ends, how easy is it going to be to go back to how things were before the pandemic, using the public places like the library, laboratories, classrooms, and so on? From where I stand, despite the pandemic, I think it makes sense for you to just pursue your goal, if it is to study, or whatever goal it is that you think you want to achieve, irrespective of the pandemic. People are doing things during this pandemic. Things are being done despite the pandemic. Again, self-motivation is paramount. It might be difficult, yes, but then you have support. Communicate with people who have studied your program or who are currently studying your program. You can find them on LinkedIn, Facebook, any social media available. Just search for your school, contact your international office, ask them questions. If you do not understand something clearly, contact your tutor or your professor to clarify things to you. Look at it. If you were in Germany, you'd pay your house rent, you'd pay your utility bills, you have to pay your health insurance and other bills that you are currently not even thinking about right now. However, I also have to say from another angle that it's easier. Living in Germany is easier compared to living in, for example, Nigeria now, because there is access to basic amenities. You also have the opportunity to work part-time. I know people who are currently in Nigeria who are working full-time and are still running their master's program simultaneously. It's not easy, I understand. I feel like it's also an avenue for you to be able to earn whilst you're still in your home country, hoping that the embassy opens soon and hoping that the pandemic ends soon. As much as everybody is hoping that the pandemic is going to end soon, there is no guarantee that it's going to end in February. There's no guarantee it's going to end in March. There's even no guarantee it's going to end in 2021. Nobody knows, right? So why put your life on hold because you're waiting for when the pandemic ends before you actually start to do what you want to do or achieve what you want to achieve? There are a lot of people who are looking for the kind of opportunity that you have now, which is pursuing a master's program despite the pandemic, because whether you do the master's program or not, you're going to be a year older. Whether you do the master's program or you do the bachelor's program or not, 2021 would come and go. Whether you do the master's program or you pursue your aspirations or you achieve what you want to achieve, time is going. So you have to ask yourself that, what do I want to do within this time frame? Do you understand? That is going to help me to achieve my career goals, that's going to help me to achieve the things I want to achieve in the future, that's going to help me to become the person I want to become in the nearest future. So that is pretty much the summary of what I want to say today. For me, I would say get it. I know that it's not always the same talking over the phone and actually interacting in person. And understanding this, even though we cannot meet in person, we make use of the resources that's readily available to us. And that is by using the things I already mentioned. Okay? So I hope with these few points I've been able to give you a rough idea or an idea of what to do. I hope I didn't push it out there that just do it, but yeah, I think you should just do it. Go for it, pursue your dreams and achieve the impossible. Till my next video, bye. Oh, before I go if you have suggestions for the kind of content you'd like to see, let me know in the comment section below, or you can send me an email, seyiotegbayo@gmail.com, here on the screen. Yeah, and follow me on my socials as well. Till my next video, take good care of yourself, be safe, bye.